Welcome back to the road to 2000. Today I've got another game. On this game I was playing as white. Without any further ado, let's get into it. On this game I played the bird's opening, pawn to f4. My opponent responded with the king's pawn to e6. Then I played knight to f3, continuing with my opening. My opponent played pawn to d5. Then I played pawn to e3. My opponent played pawn to c5. Then I responded with the pawn to d4, looking for a pawn exchange, which my opponent didn't accept, and instead played knight to c6, increasing the attack on the pawn. But that there's no worry because there's a queen and a knight that's protecting that pawn. So I played bishop to b5, pinning the knight to the king. And my opponent played queen to a5 with a check, which is pointless because I can just play knight to c3, protecting the bishop in the process. Then my opponent played pawn to c4, which is a mistake. Then I castled the king side. Then my opponent played bishop to b4. Now I can move my knight, but I chose not to move it, but to protect it instead because it's also protecting the bishop. Then I took my opponent's knight first. Then I protected my knight with the bishop to d2. My opponent played knight to f6, developing the other knight. Then I played knight to e5. My opponent played bishop to b7, kind of protecting the pawn that I was threatening there. Then I played pawn to a3, which is an inaccuracy. Then my opponent took my bishop. Then I took back with my own bishop and also attacking the queen in the process. And it was chance for my opponent to move the queen. Then my opponent played queen to c7. Then I played pawn to f5, looking to break that pawn structure there, which my opponent didn't take, but the best move was to take here. My opponent castled instead. Then I played the best move, capturing the pawn on e6. Then my opponent captured back with their own pawn. Then I played bishop to b4, also another great move, attacking the rook, and the rook moved to e8. Then I played queen to f3. The computer liked it better if I played pawn to c3. Not sure what that really does, because my opponent could after play here, then I'll play here, and then I'm not sure what was the way forward from there. But instead I played queen to f3, which is not a great move also. Then my opponent responded with the knight to e4. Then I played queen to h5, preparing to play my rook, of course. Then my opponent played pawn to a5, attacking my bishop. Then I ignored that move and played rook to f7, attacking the queen, because the queen is more valuable than the bishop. My opponent played queen to b6, and then from here the game was over. I played the brilliant move, rook to g7. Now the king has to take the rook. It's kind of it's not a forced move, because any other move is mate in one. Like if my opponent moves king to h8 is mate in one. So the only move or the best move is to take with the king. And then now I played queen to I played queen to g4 with a check. And then from here the game was actually over. My opponent just resigned. The follow-up here is to play the knight to g5, and then I just take back. Then the king has only one square to move, and that is the h8 square. And then I just play my knight to f7 and then checkmate. So that's how the game actually ended, and that's how it played out. So I think that's all. That's what really happened. The game was actually straightforward. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment and share, and until we meet on the next one.